Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I am doing a reading for the collective. As I am doing this, today is the big day. Mercury has gone retrograde officially. I know I've been talking about this a lot because I've been feeling it, and I don't know. They don't all feel intense, but this one does. And I was reading an email this morning that was talking about that this one in particular is very focused on karmic completions, soul level introspection, and intuitive listening. I think that's what it said. So it's a very emotional and deeply personal transit. It's a time for all of us, for many of us, we'll say. And so anyway, in honor of what is happening, oh yeah, because it's in Pisces. Pisces is the ocean, is the emotional ocean of the zodiac. So yeah, there's a lot of big things, and it's also a time of pausing. Oh, another thing she said is that there's no sunspot activity, and it hasn't been like this in over 3 years. And so it's a time of like things are actually calm in a way. We may not be necessarily seeing the typical Mercury retrograde things in our outer lives, although I don't know, personally, I think probably when anyone who has more prominent placements in Pisces and probably some other things, this is where it gets a little like nebulous for me, because I'm not an astrologer. I just pay attention to what people say about it. So anyway, take it all with a grain of salt, because it's all different for each of us anyway. But with that, I'm doing my WTF spread. This is for when ish is all effed up, and I very likely will revisit this spread, who knows how many times in the next month. But it's a fun one, and the way it works is I'm looking at the questions I'm asking are what the actual F ? Exclamation point, pulling cards for each of those. So let's dive in. Of course, we got to start with some angel cards. I put some prosperity dust on the table. And we've got patience. This is perfect. This is perfect for any kind of Mercury retrograde, because the idea, and I talked about this before in the weekly, but it's a time to slow down and reflect anyway. It's it's not about trying to push forward like we normally do. Also, try not to sign any major contracts. Be very careful when you are driving. And then all the other usual, communication breakdowns, what do you call it? Technology issues. There's all kinds of stuff. Scheduling delays. I just also got kindness. Kindness. We have an angel. Okay, so this angel is knitting. That does take patience. I am not a knitter, but I do crochet. Kindness. We have an angel with a bird on its hand, and then there's a little bunny and a little squirrel. So be kind to your little animals, little furry friends. Yeah. Okay. So let's dive in. We're going probably not full on tarot, but we're definitely doing some tarot. So let's start with what. We have what, which is the situation. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick a card for each of these, and then I will clarify with different decks. Okay, so we have what? 10 of Cups. What's the challenge? That's the. What the? We have 6 of Wands. Actual. And this is what is real. What the actual, what's real? 8 of Wands. F. What's wrong? 5 of Cups. Question mark. Where do you need more info? 5 of Pentacles. Exclamation point. What can you do? 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. Wow. This is a very straightforward reading. I love it when that happens, when it's like, oh, like the story just unfolds in front of me and I like hardly feel like I have to clarify. But I like to clarify. Gives me more information and often takes it in a direction I don't necessarily see it going in. So anyway, we have a lot of emotional fulfillment here. In possibly in a connection. But the challenge, you know, is somehow having success, victory, there's some kind of challenge and achievement of this. But let's see more about what this 10 of Cups is all about. Going with my trusty Osho Zen Tarot. What is this 10 of Cups? Give me some more info, please. We've got the Empress. So we have Taurus, Libra, and for me as a reader, also Virgo energies. Oh, creativity, if I didn't say. And we have the Master. This doesn't correlate to any card. This is special to this deck. Creativity, the Master, and courage. Leo energy is strength. So there's a mastery through tapping in to the intuition. She's reaching for the moon. It's like really accessing the intuition, going deep into the emotions. Perfect for what I was talking about with this energy that we're in, and really learning how to overcome difficulties and thriving, even not just in spite of, but because of the difficulties. The mastery here, it's all this creative energy is it's a part of it's a mastery in whatever, you know, however you find yourself feeling creative. And that doesn't necessarily mean doing any kind of art. That's a common correlation, but you know, we create things in our daily lives all the time, through our, you know, what we think, what we feel, what we see. And so there's, okay, so let's think about this for a minute. There's really something about, okay, so tapping into this courage, it's like you're developing through okay, so through tapping into your intuition, doing a deep dive into your emotions, you are accessing some kind of courage to rise, to be seen. You're accessing the courage. And this is somehow somehow it's connected to this it's like ultimate wish fulfillment, this very emotional fulfillment. It's like this is the natural outcome of this energy that you've been accessing and embodying, which is so interesting because the Six of Wands is the challenge. So it's like you're tapping into the courage, but there's a struggle with being seen. Maybe that's something that you're kind of bringing with you on this journey. I don't know. Let's see. Let me go over to the Tarot of Transcendence. Tell me more about this Six of Wands. It's like you're able to be seen. You're because of this. I mean, you know, we've got kind of a glow up here, right? Through this courage, through this strength, and there's a second flower growing. There's two here, but the one is brighter than the other. It's like it could be where somebody is glowing up, and then it's helping someone else to follow. You know, it's like leading by example or something. But the Six of Wands, why? Seven of Cups in reverse. Why is this the challenge? Ace of Cups. Three of Pentacles. I mean, it's not that crazy of a challenge. This is clarity. This is moving beyond illusion. Seeing things, you know, being very clear about a new beginning. This Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, this is feeling very emotionally invested in a connection, in a collaboration of some kind. Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups. I mean, for anybody who's thinking about it or interested, this feels very romantic. It very likely could be, but it doesn't have to be. You know, this can be about you know, just leaning into like the being around people who you feel really safe and comfortable with, and there's some kind of new beginning with this Ace of Cups, and a part of that is it goes back to self-love and personal fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, but then bringing that to the group, and someone being on the same page. There's clarity about someone who is on the same page. And so I think the challenge really is like, I want victory and success in this connection, in this collaboration. And I've been through a lot. I've mastered a lot here, but I'm afraid. Is it like, you know, and this is natural, especially for you know, something new. There's an element of the unknown in that, and that there's often comes a feeling of fear. Is this gonna really work out? I really want it to. I really, really, really want it to. I really want success. Feeling very invested in success and not knowing if it's going to actually work out. And so, I don't know. I mean, it could be, it could be that the challenge is coming to that clarity. It's like the clarity is already there, but there's a second guessing or a feeling of doubt. Doubting oneself, doubting the connection, something like this. So, okay. So then what's real? We have the Eight of Wands. There is forward movement here, momentum. There's communication potentially. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, the Grease song from Grease just popped into my head. When Sandy and Danny are first telling their friends about each other. Tell me more, tell me more. Like, does he have a car? I just grabbed what I grabbed. Mystic Mondays. What is this Eight of Wands? Six of Wands in reverse. Aha! Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. 10 of Wands in reverse. Judgment. Scorpio energy. Okay. Here's the fear. Here's what is driving the challenge, because there has not been success and victory in the past, and there was a letting go, a dropping the burden, because something didn't. It was heavy. It was not fun. It was difficult, whatever. And there's a kind of a reckoning, looking at the past. After dropping something, it's like it's kind of learning the lesson, really, like looking at what worked versus what didn't work, and getting very clear on something that was it was challenging. And so here comes this Eight of Wands energy, because of having done the work, having figured some pretty important things out about yourself from the previous situation. And so it's like this momentum. There's momentum here from having done the work and having really looked at the ins and outs of the difficulties from the past, and feeling excited, feeling unstoppable in a way. Yeah. So, okay, creepy tree friends. So the F, what is wrong? This Five of Cups. There's still kind of a looking at the past, pain, sadness, regret. Let's see. Two of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands. Three of Wands. Yeah, see, there's this again, we have this kind of I don't know, dwelling on the past, or the pain from the past, the regrets from the past, and not really knowing. I don't know. I want to say this Two of Wands in reverse is not knowing what to choose, but upright, that's kind of where you're at. It's like kind of knowing what you want, but not having made the choice. So actually in reverse, in connection with all these other cards, especially next to the Four of Wands and Three of Wands, there's like there again with the clarity. This feels similar to the Seven of Cups in reverse. It's like oh, I know exactly what I want now. I want to choose something that is gonna, there's, I don't know, you've got someone in mind here. Feeling like, I mean, again, if this is romantic, this is like the person, you're like, I found my person, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with, have a higher level of commitment, let's celebrate, I want to celebrate, I want to get married, whatever, like, and kind of, there's some kind of action here, because we do have this communication. So there's some kind of moves have been made or about to be made. And so there's a feeling of like waiting to see how it unfolds, and feeling pretty there's a part of you that feels pretty confident about what you want, but it's bringing up all this stuff from the past. It's like there's still some residual pain from what you have been through before. Is this, it's like the prospect of going through it again is going, let's see, potentially going through what you went through before is bringing up feelings of what you went through before. So there's more to work through, I guess. And it's not the worst thing ever. This is, you know, what's wrong? I mean, we could have gotten the devil. We could have gotten, you know, Seven of Swords. We could have gotten, you know, any number of things that are like, oh, okay, you really need to be careful. And this is just like, oh, I feel regret. I feel remorse. I want. It's like there's a desire. There's a desire here to let the past be in the past. But again, like there's still some things that are being worked through here. So, question mark, where do you need more info? Going with the science deck. Science. Weird science. Let's see. We've got the Chariot, Cancerian energy. Death in reverse. Scorpio again. We got a lot of water and fire here. Very steamy. Here we go. Yeah, 3 of Scalpels. Revolution. Oh, and I didn't say death phase transition. Chariot is technology. It's a cool deck. The idea of mixing science and tarot. Brilliant. Okay, so this is where you need more info. Okay. This is like working through some kind of stagnant energy because of pain. Again, we have the pain. It's connected to this regret, this remorse, this sadness, right? And there's a kind of it's like, I think you're a lot further along than you think you are. Or maybe you're getting a little down on yourself about thinking you should be farther along than you are, or something. But it's like there's this stagnant energy because of the pain. It's like let's say you've been in grief for a while because of something that happened before, and you've really it's like, you know, when we're in grief, it sometimes can feel like it's never going to end. Like it just goes on, and you're just going to be in that place forever. But you're working through it. You're coming out of it really well, really successfully. Again, we have this success, this victory over this difficult energy. But there's a feeling of feeling like a victim, feeling left out in the cold, maybe by someone else. That's a part of the pain. Or, you know, maybe you've left someone out in the cold as you are working through your pain. I mean, it could be that as you move on, you know, she's in a chariot. She's like heading off to the moon. She's got her rocket and her airplane, and she's just like, yeah, here we go. We're leaving the earthly plane. We're heading into the ethereal, into the atmosphere. And that could be leaving someone else in a place of like feeling stagnant, feeling pain, feeling left out. So, you know, apply it as it fits. I do feel like, you know, regardless of whether this is somebody else, there's still something here about holding back. Because in this image, there's a key. There's a key for this door. But this person can't see it or is ignoring it. And there's something about like holding back because of not feeling, I don't know, it could be like not feeling worthy or still processing what has happened and still not fully through the grief yet. And that's the thing, like grief happens, you know, we work through our grief in our own time and it's nothing that we can really control. We just have to work, like kind of cycle through the different stages, and it doesn't happen linearly. It typically is kind of a messy pendulum in and out, you know, getting like tumbled in the waves. It's just, and then at some point we find ourselves going, oh, I feel better now. Oh, I haven't thought about that in, you know, X amount of hours or days or weeks. Oh, okay, I'm better. And so there's something about recognizing that you just need to continue forward, continue tapping into ultimately the ability to okay, I just got reach for the stars, go after what you want. Because this Chariot energy and this Eight of Wands, very similar energy, right? The momentum is there. It's just like, it's almost like getting out of your own head. Or recognizing that you're not quite through it yet, and that's okay. There's more to process. So, exclamation point, what can you do? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Well, needing to come into balance. Let's see. What am I doing? What can you do? What deck? What deck? Okay. All right. This is my, is this what I want? Sure. This is my Tarot del Toro. A little bit of a darker, creepier deck. I was thinking of my, now I can't think of what it's called. Yeah, I've got Morning Brain and Mercury retrograde brain. It's awesome. Deviant Moon Tarot. I was definitely feeling like a darker kind of energy. So I'm going to go with this. This is Guillermo. It's a deck based on Guillermo del Toro's creatures from his different movies and things. We've got the Seven of Wands. So this is what can you do? Four. We've got the Four of Wands again. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. We got the devil. Capricorn energy. I was laughing because I'm like, I pull out the creepy deck and then I get the most non-creepy cards from it. What can you do? Well, This is overcoming fear. This is learning to master what has had a hold on you for probably quite a while. It's a defensive. There's a defensive or defending yourself, defending your own energy, your own new direction, new momentum, through celebration, through leaning in to, because we got the Four of Wands again, right? There's allowing yourself to defend what you know you truly want, right? With this Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. You want this connection. You want this collaboration. And so it's like, all right, not today, Satan, right? This is the fear in all its glory. This is like feeling, I don't know, feeling trapped, feeling tied down, feeling chained to the past. This could be tied to any number of things that aren't necessarily good for you. If you find yourself, maybe some kind of toxic behaviors or overindulgences, giving into a temptation. This is like really pulling back, practicing moderation. We don't have temperance here, but might as well be. Like, it's, yeah, because there's this big energy that is very, I mean, that's the devil. The devil energy is, it's all the things that you want. That's why it's so tempting. The devil shows up as everything you want, but it's always with strings attached, right? And so it's basically saying, like, as long as you give into those desires, those kind of momentary needs, or I don't even know, yeah, sure. You're going to find yourself struggling, find yourself out of balance. And so let's get more about what you can do. What can you do? Let me get some cards from the Moonology deck. Let's get a little bit more about what you can do. Focusing on bringing yourself into balance for sure. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse, which we just had recently, a couple-ish weeks ago. And on March 3rd, so in like roughly a week, we have the full moon lunar eclipse coming up. So we have this, we're kind of in between, we're in eclipse season, we're in between the two. They always come hand in hand. And so expect powerful change because you are doing the work, because there is momentum here, because you have a very clear understanding of what you want. It's just working with that fear, right? Work through your fears. New moon, what is it? New moon in Scorpio. Oh God, I love the cards. It's amazing. Adjustments are required, right? Third quarter moon. Let's drop those things, or significantly reduce those things that we know aren't really good for us, including the giving into our fears. And it's okay to feel sad, but like it's like it's working on getting out of that victim mentality. It's understanding that what has happened, like the things that you've been through have happened for you, not to you. It's actually been super beneficial because it's helped you to gain this mastery and to get in touch with your creativity and your intuition and feeling the love, feeling the love. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that was amazing. Okay. So, do I finish with anything else? Of course I do. Always. I want to finish with a cheeky little message from Spirit. This era of your life is called They Didn't Deserve You and You Finally Know It. Okay, that's a mic drop right there. I'm leaving that. They didn't deserve you and you finally know it. And now you have your sight set on somebody new, who you understand on a pretty deep level that whatever this new connection is very, very different from what you have experienced before. And so it's like working with the wounded part, being like, it's okay. You know, not all, just because I got bitten by a dog once doesn't mean all dogs bite, right? So anyway, I'm leaving it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.